So I got all those leaves and branches off that tree there. So the durian fruit like hang off the branches. So sometimes the trees, they like to really grow vertically like that, which is not ideal. So we sort of cut them off so they stay a bit more horizontal. I think we'll have to prune the trees twice a year, something like that. I can still just about reach up the top of this one. There's a few around now that nearly 3.5 meters, so I think I'll have to buy a step ladder to finish off the top of those. So I'll show you like one branch example here, this big one down the bottom. At first it does look kind of complicated. There's so much stuff here. What do I keep? What do I get rid of? But it's kind of straightforward. You just want to identify, you know, which are the nice, big, thick, healthy branches and leave those and cut out all the junk. So there's a nice, big, thick one here. I definitely want that, and I don't want all the junk around it. So all the little ones around it can go. Anything going upwards or back in towards the tree can be cut out. And you want to favour older branches as opposed to younger branches because they're going to fruit sooner. So hopefully you can see what I've done in there. I've just left the main branch more or less with a couple of nice thick ones coming off the end there. Just cut out all the unnecessary junk. So there's Bung Bung, he's just been in the canal by the look of it. I'm sure he's really smelly now. I'll just show you what Pen's doing as well. So after I prune them, Pen's going around with this stuff, it's like red cement we call it, and just painting it on like the large places where I've made some cuts. So that was quite a thick branch that I've pruned there, and well, you don't want disease getting in. What can happen is like the bark starts splitting. So, and we're not doing it on every cut. Like there's far too many cuts. We're just doing it on the big ones, the really thick branches. Okay, so there's another tree finished. So hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sort of have it nice and open on the inside. I've pruned most of the stuff away from the inside of the tree, and well, this time around we're leaving the ends of the branches where possible, trying to sort of leave as much weight as we can on the end to encourage the branches to stay down and stay horizontal. So on this branch here, you can see where I've made cuts in the past, trying to encourage like a horizontal. So pruning trees is not super complicated. You just have to be considerate of what's going on around each branch as well. So over here I've got like 1, 2, 3, well, I actually just cut one out in the middle. I had 4 branches here, so they're all interfering with each other. So I've cut this one, so it's going off to the left over there. I've cut that one, so it's going off to the right, and I've cut this one, well, I'm going to have this one come down a bit more to sort of space them all out a little bit. So, you know, these are the places where fruit's going to grow in the future, so we're just trying to maximize these areas really. At the tops of the trees, I try and leave them alone a little bit. They're sort of still developing, and you want to sort of give it a chance before sort of ripping everything out. With the exception that, well, there's 2 tops at the top of that tree. There's like 2 branches that are sort of competing for #1 spot. So in the type of pruning we're doing, we only want one, so I'll take that off the top if I can reach it. So yeah, sometimes they do that. They have multiple tops, 2, 3, 4, and then, well, just leave one up the top there. Are you going to paint all the trunks?
Yeah.
For the whole farm?
Yeah. Oh, not for the only big one.
Yeah, okay. So that's another thing Pen's doing, is painting the red cement around the bottom of the tree trunks. So around the bottom of the trees, they often get splits in the trunks, and well, we'll put the red cement anywhere on the tree we find a wound on the tree, but they very commonly come in this area. These trees are grafts. If you look carefully, you can see it's thinner and then it gets thicker. So this is a Musang King tree, but you can see there, if I zoom in on it, you can see the graft right there. So the roots is Durian barn, and that's Musang King. So this used to be two separate plants, and they've kind of glued them together. You know, throughout the life of the plant, that join will be a bit of an iffy point, so you want to take extra care over that part of the tree. Clouds are getting darker and darker. Rain started to come now. I think the wind's picking up. Bang, 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 let's go. In, come on. Go on, it's raining. In. Come on. Pick up my pruning stuff. Bang, bang, not, I think it's playtime, you know. Trying to run out of the rain and he's like, trying to jump at me and bite my legs and whatever. Of it. Come on, bang, bang, in. Stop it. So in the last video, I was talking about what I'm going to do like around the outside of the bungalow. Someone suggested concreting it. I did think about that, but it's money and a headache, and it turns it into like quite a big, complicated job. So it's not my first choice. We've been looking for paving stones. We've been to a couple of places. There's just nothing around that's really very sensible. I'm looking for like fairly large paving stones, like 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot, something like that. So yeah, still not sure what to do about this. I think we might go to a garden centre later today. We'll see if they got anything. Pen's getting soaked. Come on, Pen. Come on. You're gonna get wet. So this morning, Pen found like a little lump on Gorgie's back. See if I can show it to you. I'm sure it's nothing serious. Gorgie, come here. So I think it's here or something. Yeah, it's like a big soft lump. I don't think it's anything serious. So we're going to take him to the vet, just get him checked and peace of mind and whatever. Well, the rain's been coming down a little bit. Everyone's overtaking me as usual. Of course. So we're all in the car, we're off up to Surat Thani. So it's been about a month since the dogs had their last bath, so we're taking them to have a bath, and also we'll get Gorgie's lump checked out. Well, we're almost there in town now. The weather's brightening up a little bit. Dogs are both sleeping. Right, so we're here, 24-hour animal hospital. Right, Gorgie, you had a nice sleep? You ready, Bung Bung? So Gorgie's in here getting checked out for his bump on his back. If you can see on the camera, it's under his fur. They're going to put a syringe.
Yeah, see what's inside.
No, that's the best thing to do. Looks like they're going to biopsy, is that the right word? Just see what it is and we'll have our answer. That's good. So obviously the dogs are really nervous when you bring them in a place like this. I don't know what's happening, but it's got to be done, so. So they shaved him a little bit and they're going to stick him with the needle. It's hard to watch, you know, you don't like seeing your dog getting held down, he doesn't like it, you know, getting freaked out, so I find it difficult to watch that sort of thing. I'm looking through the window, I won't show you, but it looks kind of, I don't know, it's all red and she's like draining it with the syringe. Anyway, Gorgie's alright actually, he's not yelping or anything, so. Yeah, this place is quite big. Look at all the stuff they've got here, like loads of examination rooms, cardiology clinic, ophthalmology clinic, physiotherapy for dogs, and they also have like a dog hotel, so you can leave your dogs here if you want. Is he alright? He's okay? Got a big pet store here as well, so we'll have a look for some new collars while we're here. They got some nice soft ones. Find them some nice treats as well. Okay, so that's good news. They checked the fluid that was in the bump on his back and it's nothing to worry about. They said it's probably from him banging into something, so it's probably when the dogs have been fighting and he's just, I don't know, he's bumped his side or something. So I'm just waiting for the pen. The reason we took them all the way up here to Surat Thani is because this big vet's in here will do everything. They'll check Gorgie over and they'll also wash the dogs and clip their nails and whatever else they need. And then it's also, so we can leave them in here for like a few hours or whatever, and we'll got a couple of things to do, so we'll go off and do that now. Right, that's a funny looking floating space latte. Try my latte then, see if it's any good. What do you reckon?
Good, bit different. On the top it's cold, underneath it's hot.
Yeah, it's cold on top. That's weird. That is funny. You know what? That's hot, like you'd expect, and that tastes like ice cold milk froth. So when you drink it, it's like your lips go cold, but then it's warm. That's a bit weird. So yeah, when we were dropping the dogs off, we passed this place. It said Kami curry. I thought, oh, Japanese curry. I better try that. Come in here. They've got this. I've got chicken curry there, and Penny's got. What did you get? Crispy chicken. So I've got like squishy egg with the rice, and then sweet curry sauce, crispy chicken. That lunch was all right. Chicken was nice, the curry was nice, the rice was a little bit cold, but not too bad. Next stop, we're at Home Pro. I've got to get some shelves for the farm. So they've got a few shelving systems in here. I'm just having a look through, see what makes sense for our farm in the garage. Trying to get it all laid out on the floor and figure it all out. We've got all different sizes of shelving and whatever. Looking at the lights. I've been in this shop so many times, I still can't choose anything. They're either too fancy or too plain or too weird, you know. Pen says she likes that one. I don't know. I don't know if it's a bit too fancy looking, I don't know. So they got lots of different types of drills, and well, they're saying I should buy this Bosch one because it's made in Malaysia. They've got made in China Makita and well, made in China Bosch, but I think I like this one because it's a little bit shorter. You can get it into smaller spaces, can't you? So maybe we'll get that. But I wasn't expecting it to chuck it down, so we can't put any of that shelving in the back. It's all got to go behind the seat there. Hopefully there'll be enough room for Pen and Gorgie in the back. Oh, it's really raining now. But anyway, let's go and get Bung Bung and Gorgie. We'll just past this garden centre, so we'll jump out and have a quick look. Paving stones. Finally found some decent paving stone options. And most of these are 150 baht each, so I could run like a row around the bungalow. We're taking 10 home with us for now and see what they look like. Right, back in the animal hospital. Waiting for the dogs. Where are they? They'll be coming out of the elevator. Oh, there he is, Gorgie. He's super clean. Alright, good Gorgie, good boy. I think Bung Bung's going to be coming down in the lift any minute. If I can surprise him. Here he is. Here he is. Bung Bung, come on, you ready? All nice and clean. They're always really excited when you pick him up from places like this. Yeah, look, he's got his new collar on. Yeah, it's good. Bung Bung, good boy, good doggy. Good Bung Bung, very good. Yeah, we picked up the dogs. They're happy to see us. They look like they're in a good mood. As I was saying earlier, you always worry when you leave them at a place like that because you don't know if they're being nice to them or not, but they both look fine. They've had a bath, so we got them new collars, a few pet treats. Gorgie was seen by the vet, and he had a little like injection done, and the total cost was 2,300 baht, so I think that's a pretty good value for what we got, really. We also got the dog sitting done, like dog sitters for us while we went to the shops, so it's not too bad. They're always big trouble in the car, these dogs. Go on, sit down. Sit down, Bung Bung. Mucking about. Bung Sobit. So back over at the hotel now. What we normally do is just leave the dogs sitting in there for a minute. They normally go to sleep actually. See, Gorgy's in there lying down. They like to have a little sleep in there. Sometimes they sit up and they look out the window. There's loads of cats over there, and well, so sometimes they sit there and they entertain themselves looking at all the cats. And then after an hour or so, we'll bring them in here. That gives me and Pen a bit of time to eat our dinner in peace. All right, Gorgy. You wouldn't think the dogs like being locked up in there for so long, but they actually do quite like it. Sometimes we come out and try and wake them up and try and get them out. We open the doors. They won't come out. You know, sometimes we've got to like drag them out. So unusually, what are you up to? Do you want to come out? I think they've been cooped up a little bit too much today. They've probably been in the kennel or whatever up at the vets and in the back of the car quite a lot. So anyway, Gorgy, just have a lie down and then we'll get you out in a minute, all right?
This piece, the best piece so far.
Yeah.
I have up already, so you have to have a half.
All right.
No, they're my cat, so perfect.
Yeah, it's good. This is like that massive durian that I carried out of Pen's uncle's farm like a week ago. It took ages to ripen up, and now it's ripe. We got it in the fridge. Don't mind if I do. So we got the dogs out of the car and they've been for a nice long walk around the little park behind the hotel. Pen's sorting out their fish for their dinner. Bung Bung really crazy about fish normally. So yeah, it's pretty much the end of the day now. Try out the new treats on the dogs, see if they like them, and then we'll try on their new collars.